Today I'm going to be giving you a closer look at this ruffled high-low hem swing shirt. Okay, so the material on this one is polyester and spandex. It's not incredibly stretchy, but it has a little stretch and give to it. So it's probably, I would say, more polyester and a small amount spandex on this one. It is comfortable. It has a really loose fit. So I'll just address that first of all. So it's hard to tell in the product pictures because the model's arms are always down at her side, and you can't always see just how loose it is up here. For me, like, the looseness and flowiness down here is perfect. It's just what you want in a swing top like this. But as far as like looseness out to the side here, I mean, I feel like on the top part here, I could fit another person in. So I do wish that it was more fitted under the arm. So if you had like a more fitted bodice area right here and then it flowed out from there, I think it would be perfect for me, and a little bit more flattering like that. That looks like it's intentionally supposed to be like that, but it just kind of very large and loose, like it needs to be taken in a little bit. So I do feel like it fits me a little bit too big, and I know that it's a loose fit shirt, but I think even with loose fit in certain styles, there is such a thing as too loose. So I am 5'1" and pretty petite, and I'm wearing a size small. So I couldn't get any smaller in this if I wanted to. But yeah, I feel like right here in this area, it's a little bit too loose. Another way that would be okay to be like loose and more like bat wing here, I think it looks a little awkward with the sleeve length. If there was a longer, like 3/4 length sleeve that was fitted, so you had like a tight arm on there and then you had the looseness, then it would look intentional and not like I was wearing a shirt that's too big for me, right? So I feel like that's my concern with this. But I love the high-low hem. Now the hem in front where it goes high, goes really high. So like here is my pants right here. Okay, so if I didn't have an undershirt on, you could probably see like my stomach bulging out of there. So it's really high in the front, and then it goes nice and low in the back and totally covers the butt area. But I love that hemline. I do wish that the front was a little bit lower. I feel like the high part is a little bit too high, so I wish it came down to more like here, because my flowy shirts I want to be a little bit longer. And then this is a great length in the back though, but I love that style of the high-low hem, and then it's got the ruffled pleated look that you can see going through the back. I wish that this, rather than coming down in a V like this, that it maybe was cut around the bodice and more fitted here, and then flowing out and perhaps having like that pleated look in the front as well, because I really love the back on this. But there's some things on the front that are just quite not perfect for me because it is a little bit too loose fitting. Like if it was just even in like this, that would make a big difference. But when I pull my arms out, it's just a little bit hanging a little bit too loose on the side. But it's not horrible. I'm still wearing it. But that's just me being picky on this loose fit, because I often say it's a loose fit, you can't go wrong with sizing, but sometimes loose fits can be a little bit too loose. So that's just my spiel on that. It's got a V-neck as well. Now I'm wearing a t-shirt underneath mine, and I'll show you why in a minute. So it's got a V-neck, and the product description describes it as sleeveless. I would say that this is a more cap sleeve length. However, it is very, very open. I mean, it's a huge, gaping, loose cap sleeve, right? But sleeveless, I would say, would come more like up to here. You definitely have a cap sleeve where I'm wearing a cap sleeve t-shirt underneath and it covers it. But the deal with this on the side is that, you know, it's gaping open till here. Like here's my bra right here. So if I wasn't wearing a shirt underneath, you could easily see my bra when you're peeking through here. And because it is so loose, I feel like this is one that you definitely need to wear. If not, you know, a t-shirt that covers as much as this one, at least like a tank top or some kind of undershirt, because it goes so high in the front and because you've got this gaping area in the back. It's kind of fine right here with the V-neck. I don't feel like that's too low or anything. But for me, I feel like I need to wear a t-shirt underneath because of the openness in certain areas and the shorter length. So I love the ruffled look here, like the ruffles that go around in those different layers. I feel like this one's a fun one to wear like a loose draping sweater over top too, so you get like that ruffled look as well. So it comes in 3 different colors: purple, army green, and white. So I'm wearing the army green, and I really love this shade. I feel like it is a green that's got a little bit of beige and brown in it as well. And it's a really earth tone, neutral kind of color that I really like, that's more on the green side. So I really like this shade, and I'm pleased that I went with that color, but I like the others as well. So the material is a little bit, it's a little bit sheer, I mean slightly. If I hold it up like this, you can kind of see through with the lighting. It's just more thin and breathable. So that's another reason why wearing a shirt underneath is important too. And I imagine, especially with a white color, that it would be, even more see-through than this. So I think an undershirt's kind of a must with this material, but you want that like light and breathable, flowing look. So that just gives and takes with that you might have to do an undershirt underneath. But, so that's been your closer look at this. I like the flowy looseness, the ruffles. I love high-low hems. But yeah, this one is just, there's no tightness around the bodice at all. I mean, it's just loose and flowing the whole way up. A lot of times, shirts like this that are loose and flowing, there's at least like some section where it's, more tight and fitted, and then it flows from there. This one, it's just loose and flowy everywhere. So I do feel like it's a little bit too much on the side, and it may be even this cut here that goes, into like the top of a triangle, that makes it look even looser. Looks like there should be something else over here, that I think maybe it's that shape there that makes it look like it's a little bit too big, and it's just that looseness underneath the armpits as well. But I love loose flowy shirts. It's just that there's just no fitted section that makes it look like it's your size, but it's loose and flowy. So for this one, it's not quite perfect, but it's so close. And I'm still wearing it. I just wish that it could be tweaked just a little bit, because if it was even like, if this section right here was even just more like that, I mean, see the difference there, where, it's just gaping and loose, and this side is more fitted. So that's kind of my only issue with this shirt. Everything else, I mean, I think it's well made, well done. I love the ruffles and the different pleating, the high-low hem. But yeah, that's kind of my only issue, is that I feel like it's slightly too large in this sleeve area. And maybe if it was, just a full cap sleeve that was fitted around your arm, that would also solve the problem as well. It's this gaping area right here that you can like see in, and, it's low enough that you could see in and see a bra. So if that was more fitted, so that was, meant to be fitted around your arm, or if it was a true sleeveless like that and was more fitted in the armpit, I mean, that would just make all the difference right there. So I think that that's the main problem really, is just it's this undersleeve area is just too open and gaping. And if it was more fitted like that, it would really be perfect. But for others, it may fit a little bit differently, of course. It depends on your build and body type. For me, in the way that it fits, that's my problem right here, is that it's just too loose in this area. So slightly big there, but I definitely don't want it to be smaller up here, because I don't want it to be any shorter in the front. And the length in the back is terrific. So that's been your closer look at this. Hopefully that's helpful if you're looking at this shirt and you wanted to see a little bit more besides just the pictures that are on the product page. There's a lot of good things about it. It could be changed just a little bit to give it a more fitted, loose flowing look. But if you want a really loose flowing look, you're definitely going to get it with this one.